Well, hello. So I think you must have watched the previous videos in this social media marketing deck where we have discussed about the social media marketing activities. Activities means what all things are needed to perform or to manage any social media marketing project. Then we have discussed about the social media marketing calendar. Calendar is something which allows us to understand what all we do for each and every day of the month. Then we also discussed about the social media marketing plan, an entire plan which is available over here. This is called as the monthly plan, which tells us how do we manage the entire project for a month. But then I was thinking, what about showing you another piece of information in the form of a social media marketing proposal? Now, I created this proposal recently when I had to pitch a marketing activity to a client for social media marketing activities. So I just thought about sharing this proposal with you, which could really help you to understand how do you acquire a client. Now, before you think about acquiring any client in the digital space, you have to understand the requirements of the client. And then depending on the requirements, you have to create different proposals. In digital marketing, majorly it's about Google Ads as a proposal, then Meta Ads, then we make proposals for SEO. And this one is going to be about social media marketing. Now, first of all, every proposal has to be started with objectives. Objective means what exactly is the objective for that particular activity or for that particular plan or proposal. Here, in case of social media marketing, it has to be started with brand awareness. Now, brand awareness is the major activity for any project. In fact, whenever I get a project for any advertisement services like Google, or when someone comes to me that they really want to promote their products on Facebook, maybe on Google, maybe on anywhere, I ask them if they have the website available. And the first answer is like they don't have the website. That's totally fine. But then the second question is the more important one, which is if they have any brand identity or if they have any brand visibility, which means if they have any Facebook page or Instagram profile. Reason being, if they don't have these pages, then even if you run ads for these companies as a marketer, client will not be taking the service because usually client have this tendency of going back to Facebook. They go back to all of these profiles that you create, and then they check if this company is already available or not and how many followers the company is currently having. So clients are looking forward for a validation. They're just looking forward for a proof before they take on the service from any company. And that's why it's important to start with social media marketing for any company. Now, firstly, it's all about making sure the brand is uh, available. And so one of the objectives is brand awareness, which means brand is available. Now, this awareness can only happen when the brand is available in the market, which means if the brand is having the Facebook page or Instagram profile, maybe LinkedIn business page. So one of the objectives is brand awareness, then brand consideration or engagement. Now, in some cases where companies are already having these profiles available, then they are now looking for active engagement on those profiles. So let's say you have an account on Facebook and yet nobody is sending you the friend request. Yes, yet nobody is really engaging with your content that you're posting on Facebook. That's why you may look for making new friends, or maybe you have to send the request by yourself. In case of companies, we don't have personal profiles, we always have business pages. And now companies look to get people on their pages. Company look to get followers on their pages, which is called as brand engagement. So what people or companies want is actually to get some engagement on their Facebook post or Instagram profile post. Third objective could be brand identification. So people can really identify the brand whenever they search for it on online platform while they Google the brand. And fourth one is very important one, It's about the brand recall. So let's say you want to buy a car today. I guess, at least if it comes to me, I won't be searching for which car to buy because I already know a lot of brand names. I know we have a premium range car category divided in three or four main categories, starting with, let's say, BMW. Then we have Mercedes. Then we have Volvo. Then we have Audi. We have these four premium cars. If I talk about SUV, we again have cars like, let's say, we have Thar, a recently launched car. We have Scorpio. We have Creta. We have Venue. So we have a lot of ranges available in cars. Similarly, if a company is already having some social media marketing activities happening around, then people can recall this company or their product whenever they are in need of something. Again, if you think about buying a mobile phone today, if you are having a good knowledge about the mobile phone, if you are falling in Gen Z generation, then you would definitely know a lot of mobile phones. You won't be going on Google and type which phone to buy. Rather than doing that, you may go and you directly type the model number of the mobile phone. So that's why one of the objectives of social media marketing is also getting uh, awareness, spreading a message in the market. So it could help them to recall. It could help people to remember the brand. And then whenever they need something to buy, they can just get back to the brand's page. They can search the brand on Amazon, maybe on Facebook, on maybe Flipkart, and they can simply buy the product. So these could be the four main objectives of social media marketing. Then we have to talk about the social media marketing activities, which I already talked in depth in my previous video. But just to give you a glimpse about it, it's all about the activities that we perform for that entire month, which starts with making the calendar for the month, then creating the profiles, creating the content in the form of text, graphics, videos, long and short videos, both has to be created these days. And then we have to post this content on social media, of course. Once posted, if it's not getting eyeballs, if it's not getting engagement, there's no point in having the content on social media. Then we have to market this content. Marketing is also divided into two different segments. First one is organic marketing, which means without adding some money or any money to these platforms. Second form is the boosting, which is the paid form of marketing. By adding some money, we simply boost these posts. And then we have to create a monthly report that tells client what actually he has achieved in that entire month. Anyway, so once you show this marketing activities, you have to share a glimpse of the calendar so person can understand or the client can understand that this is the way he will be starting his project. In the last video, or I guess in the last to last video, I have shared this calendar for a company for a project. So you can just get back to that video. You can see how we have created a calendar. But don't just create this calendar for any client initially. Just think about a situation where you don't want to share all the details to the client. You really don't want to give your insights until you onboard the client. So I always have this strategy. Even if I know things about the project, I try not to reveal these things until I onboard the project. And the moment I onboard the project, then I start working in the first week as the planning week. So I don't really start working on the project from the very first day. I always ask clients that I would need 1 week of time to start doing your research for the business, to start making some plans for the business, and that is going to be counted in the billable in the billing week. So I start billing client, and then for a week I make all of these calendars. I think about the brand. I sit and make strategies for that brand in the first week rather than promoting this project in the very first week. Anyways, so first activity is all about making a calendar for any project where you have to tell client what exactly you are going to do for the entire month. Now, this is a sample for the calendar which we have created. You can just click over here if you are already having the access of this drive, and this will give you a very good idea about making up of social media marketing calendars. Then the activity 2 for project has to be creating the profiles, creating it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and you further have to optimize it. Now, what's the optimization? Some people think optimization is same as social media marketing. In fact, when I was starting my journey, I thought, in fact, I didn't know out of knowing digital marketing as a platform. I didn't really know the difference between social media marketing and social media optimization. Not because I didn't I didn't have any knowledge about digital marketing, but majorly because people were confused about the same. In fact, now also you'll find some people saying social media optimization rather than saying social media marketing. Okay, so social media marketing is the entire process, but optimization is technically about optimizing the created profiles, optimizing the available Instagram pages, adding a story, adding a cover picture, adding the about us information, putting in the right call to action button, if possible, adding the chat boxes to all of these social media profiles. So it's all about making sure the profiles are up to mark. They are optimized. Think about it like you have a home and a guest is coming at your home. Now you would really want to optimize your home, which means you'll make sure your home is cleaned, you have clean bed sheets, your sofa is clean, you don't have any clutter at your home. It's not in messy condition. So it's all about making sure the things are in place. Then in activity 3, now this is a glimpse of a story about us and the cover of pages. Now in the activity 3, it has to be about content creation, the most difficult part. In fact, I really suck at content creation. I really don't know how to create the content. And the content has to be created in 4 ways rather than 3. So it has to be started with creating the text content, text content for caption, also creating the text content for images, text content for maybe any other titles. So you have to create a lot of text content for any activity, for any project. Once text content is available, then we have to start sharing this text content to the designer, someone who knows how to use Photoshop, someone who knows how to use Canva, if not Photoshop. I really don't know how to use Photoshop, by the way. Whenever it comes to designing anything, even though I suck at designing, I use Canva as a tool. So you can also use Canva to start creating the banners or creatives. But usually, if you will look at any good marketing agency or any good any good company, they are having a separate team for creators. So your job is to pass the calendar to these people, and now this team has to create the creatives. Now, companies are also having an additional team of people who are creating the videos. We call them video creators. And these people are supposed to create a short film along with a long video. And finally, if it's needed, you can ask the creative team only to create the ebooks as well, depending on the requirements for the project. Usually we don't create ebooks in most of the cases, but yeah, in some cases we do create ebooks as well. Now, I would like to show you some creatives out of curiosity. I just wanted to show what kind of work you can present to the client. Now, always try to remember that your client is looking forward to see some sample of your work. So if you are onboarding a client for, let's say, tour and travel industry, you can share this kind of creative. This is a creative which we created in the past for Kuwait Airways. I was like, yeah, I had to onboard this client, and this is what we used in a project for this company. Then you can create or share this kind of creative for any furniture based brand, for any e-commerce brand. Then we have this kind of creative which we used for a kitchen proposal, and this company wanted us to do social media marketing activities, so I just thought about putting this creatives in the proposal with some additional lines like, why worry if you have a spilled soda, water resistant plywood. Anyways, once your content creation part is done, then you can list down the fourth activity, which is posting activity. So posting starts with posting on social media platforms. Then you have to decide the right timings for these postings. You have to choose the right captions. You have to add the call to action buttons if needed. And also you have to use the right hashtags. So posting contains a lot of activities, even though it looks like you just have to post something on social media. Clients always say, what's the point in posting? I can just do it in a second. My 5-year-old kid can also do the same, but then it has to be posted in a planned fashion. Sometimes we have to post it using Hootsuite as a tool, using Buffer as a tool. So it really takes a lot of time and efforts. Because you are doing this activity, we have to do this activity for multiple clients. So we have to be very conscious when posting anything over social media. It happened with me in the past. This is about like 4 years back, when a couple of my, in fact, one of my team member has posted something like a content for an educational client, which was not his content. So what they did, what she did was, she posted a content on a neat classes client about e-commerce client. So she has mistakenly posted wrong content on this client, and this client really got uh, annoyed. I still remember this client wanted me to come to his office in next 1 hour, and I was really annoyed by this girl, also with the client. I told him, okay, this is a mistake which she has done, and we have deleted this task, this post after like 30 minutes. But the client was already annoyed, and our company has ended up losing that client. So we have to be very conscious about posting anything on social media pages. Now, in the fifth part, it's the most important one, I would say, which is marketing the content. So marketing is about mentioning and putting the right tags. Marketing is about sharing the post in the relevant groups. Marketing is about using a strategy for Instagram, using a strategy to focus on engagement. So we have to do a lot of activities in marketing. I avoid putting the right points in marketing because I guess marketing is the trick of trade for me. I always think this is something which people don't usually know, and marketing is something that actually generates the eyeballs. We also use post boosting in marketing. We also run follower campaign in marketing. We also run Instagram profile visit campaign in marketing. So there are a lot of things which has to be covered in marketing. But as I said, don't reveal all of this information to a client. Then we have to get into the sixth part, which is about monthly reporting, starting with sharing number of impressions to the client, number of reach, engagement, share, follower, traffic, or clicks. So, okay, and then you can also mention the breakdown of services. Like whenever a client comes to me, I start with having a dedicated account manager for this client. Then we make sure we are posting 20 creatives or videos entire month. We optimize this. So it's like everything that we have already discussed, but we have broken down into the services over here. Okay, I have also mentioned all the creatives and content would be needed by the client or design agency. So whenever I manage any project, I just don't create the content. I'm really bad at creating content. I can create a calendar, I can strategize the content, I can do anything, but then I can't create videos. I don't even like to guide team to edit videos, to to make videos. I'm not really good at finding differences in colors, finding differences in videos. So I can give the like the script of the video, I can give the script for the creative, but technically I don't really like getting it created. So that's why whenever any client wants me to work on the project, I tell them very categorically that we don't have a designer, we don't have a video creator, and we would want you to get this content for us. If you don't have a content, I can line up a design or a creative agency for you, and this creative agency can be the part in this project, and they can become the content creators for this. Anyways, and then you can mark down a monthly service fee. Now it really varies from project to project, from activity to activity, from client to client, from work to work. But ideally, in the case of India, it has to fall somewhere in between 30K to 50K a month. Anyways, and then you can just have this last slide that says get started. So I guess this video could help you to understand how do you share a social media marketing proposal for any client, whosoever is looking for getting social media marketing services from you. In the next video, I have to cover this entire training about social media marketing one by one. I think I shall be seeing you in the next video where I should be talking about the profile creation part. I will see you then. Bye bye.